Yo, what is up guys, this is Brian Yoni back with not another Dokkan Battle video, well kinda. This is my first ever tier list on this video, on this channel, sorry. It's been a long time coming, I guess. Everyone's wanna have an opinion on this game of like how strong this character is, but I don't do like a full tier list until the GDC comes out, because that was where, the real power creep hits. So I think I'll just do something really special where like whenever there's like a bunch of units that come up, maybe like 3 or 4 like Dokkan Fest units, when they're easy, super easy or whatever. Whenever this happens, I'll probably maybe do like a wrap up. Like when all the content comes out and when all the unit comes out, I'll just do like an overall tier list of how good each character are, based on their strengths, on how strong they are on release, etc, etc. So since the TDC has come to an end, I think at least they should be heading to the GDC in a couple of weeks, probably like 2 weeks. Yeah. Let's see how strong the units are. This TDC. So to say, I don't think the units are all that like game breaking, I would say, but they have some, little tech they can have with this unit. So yeah, so rather than doing like the like the big tier list and everything, I'll like do this kind of format where I'll do it to like relative terms to units that are popular. So the few tiers I have here is top tier, as like, them being like the top of the game, like top 5 units in the game kind of thing. And I think a unit that epitomizes that is UI Goku. And an amazing unit, I would say like maybe top 10, top 15 units in the game. I think a good representation of that power level is someone like the GT Duos. Our top 20 is just in between like Vegeta and this Vegeta. This Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Diamond Vegeta. Last choice I would say is like, if there's really no one else you have, like you guys don't have like the most like up-to-date units and you guys really want to have a unit to put on a team, that's last choice. Like you have no other choice but you put him in, that's where this guy is. And then leave it in the box is just a bad character, I would say. He's just a bad character. So yeah. Now here are some of the ECAs that have came out and the new units that have came out. I might have been missing some people. I don't remember anyone else getting EZ8. I might be wrong. Just double check. Yeah, I don't think anyone else really got EZ8 except for the people that I've mentioned. So the coolers and them lot. Yeah. So let's start by release order, shall we? Let's do something like actually, does physical cooler really fit in here? Not really, right? Because that's like the previous celebration. Is it? I'll just do the 60 hours, yeah. Alright, first. Tech Beast Gohan. Where does he land? Sadly, Tech Beast Gohan, I'm not really a big fan of him, I'm afraid. In my video, I went through why I have some problems with the unit, but overall he's still a pretty good unit. I would say he's not anything game breaking. He's a very simple character. He does one thing and that's it. He just does damage. He has an active skill. If he's gonna die before, like if he's gonna get super or something, you active skill him and then there you go. That's it. I would put him better than Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Diamond Vegeta. But he's like, you can almost like do this, I think. But him having for me a better active skill, giving more tankiness, more survivability, I'll put him at top 20. Yes. Alright, and then next comes the 7th anniversary, part 1. The 7th year, part 1 GDC units. Birdku. This is a unit that is very decisive among the community from what I've seen. I personally really like this unit. I think it is up there with like the better units in the game. I like his revive is not too hard to get. I get like him having like only like one turn of God turn, and then after that his revive he's only got another turn of God turn. But I think his defensive stacking should be okay, should be good enough. His I think he supports as well, I believe. And he is just an amazing character. He is basically what this guy kinda should have been. I wish he would have been something like this, but this guy, for me, is an amazing character. I think he's the top 10 character in the game, in my opinion. This is all in my opinion. Next, STR Cooler. I must say, he has been giving me a lot of headaches in the new Climax battle. So much so that I did not release the video because I got a little bit too toxic in the video, and I didn't upload it because I don't want that, on the internet. This guy, like when hitting into the Climax battles against the Salmax, against Beast Gohan, I thought this guy would be carrying me in damage. Apparently not. Apparently he is without crits, this guy hits like a feather. Like an absolute lightweight. And in the last video, where we shared a video with him, this guy was the reason we died. He can't really... I wouldn't say he can't tank. He has pretty high base stats after his super. After he does all his like trophy supers, but I think he is on the verge of this. More so than his guy. This guy, I can see him aging better than him, but they are kind of the same type of character where they are just offensive characters. So they're there. They're there. They are pretty interchangeable. Next. Selmax. I did pull for this character. I did get him in like 2 multi-summons, so I only spent like 100 stones for him. Again, in that unreleased video, this guy... I expected a lot from this guy because of his kit. He seems like a pretty good defensive character. He has a pretty like interesting domain where like it's completely free. You're able to, get all of damage and stuff. I thought he would be an absolute monster. Yeah, apparently not. This guy is just a better version of the EZA. Where is he? EZA Golden Frieza. There. Where is the dude? Am I blind? Where is he? EZA AGL Golden Frieza. LR Golden Frieza. Wait, why can't I find him? Hold up, so where is he? Am I blind? Wait, hold up, wait. He's somewhere here, right? Wait, what? Oh my god, I really need to get accustomed to this. Where is he? He should be in between. Yeah, this guy. There you go. Let's say, for example, this guy. He is just this guy, but better. But he is nowhere near this guy's unreleased tankiness, I'm afraid. Alright, here's the issue. If a fight is like 4 turns long, maximum 6 turns long, this guy would dominate. Absolute dominate. But that's not the content we really have now. 6 turns is like... It is possible to do things in 6 turns. I'm not saying that it is impossible. But more often than not, whenever I had like him on the team, it usually goes more than 6 turns, and he usually just gets blasted by boss or super anyways. I am afraid I'm gonna put him right here. Right here. That's where they will be. I think this guy is the weaker out of the 2, and Berku is so far the strongest out of everybody that got released. And then now we head into the most recent EZAs that came out just a day ago from this recording. Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta from part 2 of the GDC of the 7th year. Okay. They did make this guy better than he was on release. Strength-wise and relative to the content-wise, he is stronger. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm not gonna try and critical that. He is better. They did him justice in that department. I will give them that. Hear me out. In that video, this guy tanked nothing. He tanked like the early bosses, but who can't do that? Who in this list cannot do that, right? After the morale boost, I thought this guy, he should be invincible. This guy should be like running the game. No, you died after supering. Twice. Do that twice. I even tried to do a rerun of it. I didn't make it to the edit because he died the same exact way. I think this guy has like a one turn god. I get that. I get the 80 million, 90 million super attack. Ooh, yay. But his active skill on that god turn did nothing. It did 43 million. But 43 million is not a bad number. No, I'm not saying that. But by today's standard, we have to put it by today's standard. It is what is expected of a unit. Having only one god turn and then reverting to just a damage that almost anyone on this list can hit above him and not being able to tank. He is STR cooler. These guys are almost exactly the same unit, I must say. Now this guy has damage reduction and this guy has raw defense. Pick your poison. Pick your poison. That's in my opinion. I think he is on the verge of top 20. Like he is, if there is a top 20 list if I'm making, he's either like 20, 21, 22. Same for this guy, in my opinion, because they're just not my type of unit. They're just damage. They don't support all that much. They don't really give much else than damage on the team. Same for this guy, but this guy at least he has a survival active skill mechanic. This guy is very content dependent. If they really shorter form content, this guy would shoot into here, in my opinion. But right now he's here. Perhaps even here. Because this guy in long form content is dead. Like it's just useless. If there is a unit here to put down to like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta level, I would say it's him. Because at least Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is giving a lot of support. But this guy just does more damage than him. Like more consistently, I would say. But this guy has more support. It's like pick your poison, right? If he gets EX supers, yahoo, he will be better than him. But consistency-wise, he is more consistent. He has a more consistent outcome than Vegeta. That's why I'm putting him here. This looks more correct, to be fair. But I won't, because STR Cooler and him, for me, they are the same character. And they have the same, pretty much the same role. It's just these guys have damage reductions, they have his raw defense. Just pick a poison, right? Now, if I am not missing anyone, let me just double check. Am I missing anyone from this celebration? I'll head back and check before I end the video. LR Metal Cooler. This guy. On release, the part 2 7th anniversary hours were extremely underwhelming. This guy was definitely better than him on release, but this guy was definitely way underpowered than these guys on release and the 7th anniversary units and yada yada yada. To say that this guy has glowed up is an understatement. This guy, I almost didn't have fun this celebration, this TDC, until this guy got released. When this guy got released, it kind of boosts my morale up. Like, oh, this is actually a fun unit that got released. You know, I actually enjoyed the unit. This guy got released. I was like, this is such a bad event. Like, it is such a bad release. Like, this game is, you know. And then I did the showcase for this guy, and I was like, oh my god, what have they done to this unit? You know, I thought he would be like, you know, at least somewhat tanky. When I did the showcase on this guy, it awakened something in me. I never would have thought that I would enjoy Terrifying Conqueror so much without the TUR Metal Cooler. And yet I did. I never would have thought that I would enjoy an Extreme Class team until this guy got released. He is amazing. So much so that I think he is the best unit to be released. No, okay. Well, I in quotation marks released because, you know, he got EZA, like a new kit revealed character in this celebration. I truly believe that. Like, these guys are interchangeable. These two guys, and then these two guys are interchangeable. Oh wait, hold up. And these two guys are interchangeable. These two guys are not interchangeable. I enjoyed Metal Cooler so much that I think that God Goku has to stack a little bit before he can reach this level of tankiness. And him having a melee nullification and a revive with no condition, for me, pushes him over the edge of a bird coup. You can even say this. I would not argue with that. The only reason why I wouldn't say, because if long for fun content come, this guy would just be a beast. This guy would just stack and active skill, kaboom, kablawi, you know, done. But this guy, man, they did justice to this guy. So yeah, there is the Piccolo, the TY Piccolo, but I could not find him, so I'm not gonna rank him here. So yeah, this is the units that released in Celebration. This, in my opinion, this is where I'll put him. Nothing really like groundbreaking. I would say these units are like good for the current event. When a new event drops, we'll see how they go. We'll see how they age. You know, if you never know. Maybe like this guy can become like right here or something, or right here or something. You know, you never know. But with these three, I think they are just good for the current content. I don't think these guys will age at all. If GDC hits as hard as it does last year, these three units are the first to get out of top 20. I can almost guarantee you that. So yeah, if you guys see in this perspective, it is not a bad celebration. You know, like the units are not like horrendously unusable or something, right? Like there's no like last choice character. They're definitely like characters that you would pick before most characters in the game. I would say maybe bar from this guy, because this guy has no dodge or anything. But like you can, like I would say if there's one character I would drop down, it will be this guy to like the SS3 Vegeta level, because they, for me, kinda tank the same amount. Kinda. Not like I think they can tank a little better. But when the GTC drops, if a power kick comes, right, they will. Who cares if somebody took 1 million and this guy takes 2 million? They're both gonna die anyways. But this guy has a multi-turn support, a multi-stackable support. Guard, gives damage reduction. You know, this guy does that. This guy don't do that at all. So if there's one person that I'll bring down to Super Saiyan 3 level, it will be this guy, I'm afraid. You can maybe say for this guy, but pick your, as I said, pick your poison. Between these two guys, it is pick a poison. Whatever you guys prefer, they are like neck and neck, I would say. Yeah, this is the tier list. I hope you guys like kinda can put into perspective where they are in the meta. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, these type of videos, and I hope to see you guys in the GDC. And let's hope that we've had better characters than this, and probably more characters in the amazing top tier. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.